So voidwoken have attacked some kind of a place. I need to wrap this up. They're at least what, 3 levels below me, so this shouldn't be too hard.
And who are you? Oh, never mind, no time. Hurry on in and gear up. There's a voidwoken right out the front door.
Say you're ready if she is. Now, say you met her son on the other side of the bridge. He asked you to help her.
Barring? He's still out there? Damn it, I told him to go back into town. We gotta do this fast. Let's get those bugs out of here. You in?
Yep, let's do this.
By the 7, that's what I'm talking about. I got all the fixings here for every kind of bomb, grenade, missile and shell you can imagine. Make what you want and then let's go! I've got a boy to get back to.
There's sort of damage already. The armor are below 100 for God's sakes. Usually we see people that have 300-400. Delay. One flying one. Solving mucus.
Ready, set, squash!
Cursed poison. They had fire vulnerability if I recall correctly. Okay, that's poison immunity. And poison immunity, that's it. It's just pathetic. 4,000 for these losers. Right. I can probably cripple him.
I'll yield to none.
Is that it? Okay. get single good hit in, probably enough to kill faster. Not quite. Tie this one down fairly quickly. Let's try spider legs. Great web surfaced in the area. Venom spitting son of a bitch. I don't think Sabil took any damage from the cluster grenade. Right. Crippled, can't move. Can't do anything particularly useful, really. Isn't all that much I can do.
Me good.
No, they really didn't, though.
Mari flashes a massive horsey smile at you, then winces, her left arm hanging limply at her side.
By the seven, that was something. What'd I tell you? Not a scratch on me. None that last, at least. Glad my little guy got to see it.
Nod at where her hand is pressed to her abdomen and ask if she's alright.
Oh, sure. Just a nasty bruise by the feel of it. May have to lay off blasting beasties for a day or two hereafter. The fighter's lament. Didn't catch your name, though. I'm Mari.
Curtsy and tell her your name is Lose.
Pleasure's mine. You alright?
No. Laugh a little. You ought to be asking her that question.
Dunno about you, but I never was afraid of bugs. Then again, if you hadn't rolled in when you did, I might be whistling Teedle-Dee in a voidwoken's belly by now. I owe you one.
Say she gave them a good wallop herself.
Always happy to squash a bug if I get the chance. Especially with a toughie like you on the front. Hate to cut this short, but I ought to dash off. My boy's waiting for me. Mind lowering the bridge, though? I find myself slightly indisposed for the moment. There you are, my good-looking lad. Ma! Let me get a good look at you. You're okay?
Of course I am, Ma. Are you?
Fit as a fiddle. And twice the size.
And the house?
She'll be all right.
Okay,
There you are, my good-looking lad.
we clear this shit.
Let me get a good look at you. You're okay?
Of course I am, Ma. Are you?
Fit as a fiddle.
Right, from how this fight went, this seems like a basically easy Luden experience for us. No particular challenge to it.
She'll be
It also explains why we've been spending a lot of time while not really getting all that far. Mostly fighting battles above our levels. I wouldn't say anything too tough though necessarily. Certainly there have been a couple of points where I've given up without trying to bash my head against the wall. But still reasonable. The difference between a level or two here isn't that massive as it was in the first game. It still makes a difference certainly. So this is more or less an unfortunate event in the sense that this could have been a very interesting and appropriate adventure when we came here the first time. Now it's pretty pointless. It's just the loot run more or less. Ooh, a lot of crafting crap. A Grenadier's Journal. Firestorm grenades, multiple ones. Uses. Yeah, we're gonna all the ingredients to making more grenades. Where's the book? Okay, this is an important recipe. How to make the meteor shower grenades. They're not nearly as effective, but I think they rain from the sky, so you don't have to have a line of sight. Any fire essence and any empty grenade is a cluster grenade. Okay. Any grenade, any broken bottle. I sort of feel like this is the wrong way to do it. In the one hand it is simple, but it's in another, I think that's the reason we haven't seen the grenade shells or the outer shells of a grenade really, because it's tied to so many recipes. If it was tied to just maybe a weaker recipe or two, it wouldn't be such a big deal to have them on sale at cheaper prices. Because you know it cannot be used for the better grenades. Get them early. Also, I'm sure they're all level scaled damage wise anyway, so I'm wondering how big of a deal it is. Potato porridge. Jar of honey. A lot of oil. Hands of no one's gonna use them. Yeah, level 9. I shouldn't dismiss them without checking though. I really shouldn't. Holy shit, explosive arrows do a ton of damage. That should be a simple recipe to replicate too. Murray's hatch
Good
key.
find.
Spinning wheel was a good way to make rope, I guess. Requires less ingredients than if you do it without it. Path the ingredients. Cautionary pamphlet. I feel these are all over the place. Lighthouse warning, right? There are no lighthouses. Nine new recipes. Looks like they're related to grenade making. Cross grenade. Yeah, grenade and the water essence. Nails and any grenade. Canister and eggs. Canister and any air resistance potion. Or just simply a deadly room. Terror is jar and any tormented soul. Any air essence. Any earth essence, right. It's easy to get the gist of things. Fairly simple crafting system overall. That's why everything has to be expensive. Because you have to assume that the player is going to make the most expensive crap he can.
Rather large for a cellar, isn't it?
This might actually be useful. This reminds me, I'm pretty sure I also have a ring that would be more or less appropriate. More armor, telekinesis, sneak, or lucky charm and dodge. Lose lucky charm and dodging. I'm not sure if that's worth it. A couple points of armor isn't gonna make a difference. Yeah, a ring somewhere. Probably this, the big ring, pyrokinetic summoning. I probably haven't switched it because the difference has been more or less trivial with compared to a lot of items. But this is still better than the Ring of Intelligence. Actually, I'm not sure. Because does it... I should be losing 8 magic armor by removing this. How much do I have? 332. Yes.
A spillage all over the floor.
What's this? I found something.
So looks like a mine to me. Ah, switch, probably. Nursery rhymes. Beer barrel. Right, we can probably open this from here somewhere. Okay, these are switches, not traps. Probably. We can bypass this fairly easily. Let's see if we have another way to do it. Still, I might as well see if our Spiel can spot something. Could just easily teleport through.
I've spotted something.
It's another one. Not enough weight. To get the click. Clickety clickety click. Okay, this is an interesting looking map. There's something definitely there and further in. So we can climb up the waterfall. So well, probably. Be a button here somewhere. Okay, there has to be something that we're missing. Plate armor. Shield. pretty much useless scrap of different types. That is interactable though. Wonder what's the intended way to get in here. Probably find a key somewhere. Not that it really matters. Okay, I'm gonna climb up the waterfall, see what's there. Betty is there. Way street maybe? Turtles.
The turtle looks up at you, slowly. It looks down, slowly. It looks back to you, slowly.
Lucky in life, unlucky in love.
Console her. Is she in love with someone that doesn't love her back?
She lets loose a long sigh. She inhales. She sighs again.
Rory, the rat. He's just over there. Don't blink, or he'll flit right past. Like a rat. He's Grace. I'm Gruel. I'm too slow to give him smooches. And he's so smoochable. If only I could keep up. I could groan sweet things in his little ears. I could tell him I love him. I could share my beats. I like beats.
Offer to talk to the rat for her. Maybe you can butter him up.
Oh, how kind. But I don't like butter. You could try carrot juice. Or some kind of
Let her continue.
nectar? Do rats like nectar? Maybe cheese juice. Is there such a thing as cheese juice?
You've never heard of cheese juice.
Oh, that's too bad. Because then you could cheese juice her up.
She grins at her own joke. It takes a good minute for her mouth to reach a full smile.
You can argue that this is pretty bullshit, but at the same time, you never know about these things. I took a trait to be able to do this. I'm only gonna see what I can get out of this.
Sure is damp and dank. Ew. Apple tater cheese.
Tell him to slow down. The turtle has something to say to him.
Hungry cheeseberry.
The rat vacuums up your scent. Its whiskers twitch.
Food, food, food.
Hmm. We didn't chat with Rory for long, but he sure seems hungry. We do have cheese, probably. These are dog cages. Also skulls, less encouraging there. A lot of dogs, a lot of vials, some skulls. Okay. Who has food? I have a single piece of cheese. No, I have a couple pieces of cheese.
No time, need food.
Okay, tell the rat you'll drop him some food if you get the chance.
The rat's tail twists and untwists. His ears cock and uncock.
Cheese food, fruit food.
Fruit and cheese. Yeah, I could lure him sort of toward the turtle.
No time, need food.
The rat's tail twists.
Cheese food, fruit food.
Well, it's worth a try at least. There's a limited amount of things I can drop though.
Not much of a landlubber, but
No, it's not coming here.
No time, need food.
The rat's tail twists.
Cheese food, fruit food.
The turtle looks up at you, slowly. It looks
Lucky in life, unlucky in love.
Yeah, suggest that Rory might be still for a moment if he had something to nibble on.
Oh, he does love a good nibble. If it meant he'd stick around, I'd lie in a bed of apples. Maybe you could drop some victuals next to me. They say the way to a rat's heart is through his...
Whiskers? Let's go stomach.
I forget. May the soil...
Ah. Okay, we've tried to distract him with food, but how exactly are we mechanically supposed to do it?
Can't talk, hungry.
The rat's tail twists.
Food, food, food.
Right, so this is more of a mechanical implementation problem at this point. I'm going to build a break trail here. Because if this isn't enough, then there has to be another way to do it. I don't see how this could get any more obvious than this. Yeah, I don't think he was going earlier, but
He's as cute as a kitten, isn't he? May the soil...
okay, can I talk to goddamn
They
rat?
make a cute couple.
Ah, well, it's free experience basically. What is this place?
As you move to ascend the stairs, the skull at the top of the pile creaks around and gazes at you. Well, it seems to be gazing, but there are certainly no eyeballs in those barren sockets.
Why do you lurk in my cellar? Tell me now, and tell me true, or face the consequences.
Say that you are God-woken, seeking knowledge to expand your powers.
A truth so rare to hear in this world. The truth can make you many friends. Me, for example. Head upstairs, Godwoken. We'll speak more there.
Nice. I've always wanted to explore a haunted house.
Ryker's Rest. Nothing can be touched here. Ooh, masked servants. They're respectable. Nothing too amazing though. This really is an abandoned house. Staircases. Zoo.
As you approach, the salamander turns its head away, twisting its snout into the air. It refuses to even look in your direction.
Ryker's salamander didn't like us. If we could change his mind, we might learn a thing or two about its master. Okay.
The masked servant does not speak. It only moans.
Ryker, level 14 trader. Nothing exceptionally dangerous here, but I still wouldn't want to start a fight without a good reason.
Such indecency. You strike a man in his own household?
Archer. Probably a very good one.
A short temper is an unfortunate weakness in a sorcerer. Even more so in a godwoken. I'm sure you agree.
Continue to attack. Okay, apparently I attacked, or this is supposed to go in a very different manner. Express your shock. How could he know you're godwoken?
So much potential, but still so naive. It is my very business to know things. Human. I also see you are not yet whole.
He presses a slender forefinger against his tight lips and hums.
I'm not a generous man, but I could give you what you seek if you offer something in return. A completely fair exchange between sorcerers.
Ask what he wants from me.
You must go to the Black Pits. There's a cavern there. In it, you'll find a stone tablet of considerable value.
He points to the location on your map.
Bring it to me.
Dizziness. It lasts just a moment, but long enough for you to feel the demon's presence. You hear no words, yet understand. It's imperative you accept Ryker's bargain. The episode passes. Ryker is peering at you intently. He awaits your reply.
I wonder why he just doesn't... that's a silly question. There's always reasons. Say you're intrigued, but what is it you get out of this deal exactly?
I would think that obvious, my dear. You're dying to show off those smoldering talents of yours. You just don't know how to handle them. I can help you with that. I can share my bond with the Source with you, fill your well to the brim, make you a master. The rest of the story, well, it's yours to write.
Ask what that tablet does.
It's a miracle of the ancients. Priceless, really, and powerful enough to draw the Magister's attentions. I won't bore you with further detail. Suffice it to say, it is safer in my hands than in theirs.
What do you plan to do with it?
Ryker's lips stretch and his cheeks bulge, but you couldn't rightly call his unusual grimace a smile.
I'm a man of taste, as you no doubt see. A relic this significant would make an incredible addition to my collection. Don't deny an old elf his simple pleasures.
Okay, why haven't you gotten it yourself?
Oh, but heading to the Black Pits would mean tangling with more Magisters, and they're such a nuisance. I like keeping my hands clean, you see.
Okay. Accept the deal for now.
A promise you'd best fulfill.
Ryker bows his head deeply.
Then you'll have the power you seek, if not the power that trumps it. There will always be one greater, you know. Now please, don't let me keep you. Such dreamy prose. I could get lost in it.
Dusty letter, green stone, Riker's journal. You absolutely have to talk to the lizard.
Death prowls above. Ascend only if you seek it.
What does that mean? Masked servant, Dot, Cottontail. Yeah, it's some sort of a super spider.
The creature barely notices.
Probably requires a specific key. Maybe not, though. Right. Spidery goodness there anyway. I'm in no hurry to go there, but we'll definitely visit at some point. Paintings, dogs. Cottontail. Right, we don't really have permission to do a goddamn thing here, so still good to be aware of the options. Kirill's greatest hits. A lot of valuable lootables. Yeah, pretty much everything here has some value.
The dead here stir. I hear their whispers.
Within the stone garden's walls, peace be thy immortal fortune, relieved of toil, free of indignity, until thou art called to serve. Within the stone garden's walls, peace be thy immortal fortune, relieved of toil, free of indignity, until thou art called to serve. The lizard hums tunelessly, not a melody exactly, but more of a meandering moan.
Gravekeeper. Arrival to Voidwoken. I'd like to read that. When did they first start appearing? We sort of know it, but not really. Dot's collar. Yeah, this is important.
"10 spans under, humans slept. 10 spans up, the dwarves were kept. Lizards burned in lasting flame. Elven trees towards skies did aim.
Introduce yourself and ask who she is.
Keeping watch, tending graves."
Listen to her song some more.
She ekes out a few more notes, then smiles at you with the innocence of a newborn.
"It helps me remember where the dead go. Sometimes they don't stay where I put them. That's okay."
Reach out to her. Is she alright?
She flinches as you move closer.
No touching.
Her humming fades. The eerie silence lasts for several seconds.
Ryker might get mad. He doesn't like it when someone touches his things.
You sense her fear. Does she work for Ryker?
No work. I do it 'cause I like it. Don't cause trouble. Just dig and pluck weeds and shoo the ravens.
She shivers and whispers.
He's a powerful sorcerer. Lives here in the garden. Can take the you from you. No brain, just body. My mind isn't big, but it's still mine.
She points at her head.
The servants, they got nothing up there. Ryker has it all now.
The ensuing silence lasts for several seconds, until she picks up the melody once again and turns away.
Not sure how we should handle this. Tarquin. We're right from there. Nowhere near there now. Tarquin, you old sack of crap. Yep.
Look who's come to join the party. Oh, but you do get around, don't you?
He still sells the same stuff. More or less. Probably updated. Yeah, built well stuff. Might have a couple of items, not sure if they're worth good shield. Grants bouncing shield, well, whoopie-doo. Actually, this wouldn't be a bad thing for me. It's a physical attack, and I don't have any skill in that area naturally. Constitution, fire resistance, retribution, accuracy. And a lot of physical attack damage that bounces from target to target. Good belt for him, I would imagine. That's a leadership belt. Right, this has 30 points more physical armor, bartering, and 60 hit points. Cross runes. Medium masterwork rune. I sort of think when we can get high level masterwork runes we should buy as many as we can. They seem to be the ones that affect armor in a substantial way. Good gear. Yep. Great gear in many ways. The thing is, I'm not sure if I should buy them. There's nothing wrong with the gear, but we certainly are not gonna need it against the opponents here. It seems like the end result of this map section is somewhere closer to 15. So I can't buy a new equipment set every level. I need to basically skip some. Still, this is a solid shield, and pouncing shield effect would be interesting. I think I'll buy the belt. Because it's a direct upgrade to what we want from the current belt we have. Paladin shield is fine, but I don't think there's anything special about it anymore.
He takes a satisfied sniff and rubs his hands together. His lips stretch into a mischievous smirk.
When it comes to graveyards, I'm a kid in a candy shop. All sorts of goodies and gewgaws for the taking. And a bit of rousing conversation. If you know what to dig, that is.
Ask if he's looking for anything in particular, or just browsing the wares.
Well, it's not just decomposing flesh and bone dust underfoot, you know. Why, the very essence of decay flavors many an essential oil and tincture. I'd expect a voidwoken to understand. Pity.
He presses a forefinger against his chin and hums.
You understand enough? And there is something my heart, such as it is set on.
Giggle and tell him you're dying to know what it is.
Oh my, just adorable you are. I dare say you'll enjoy this story. Somewhere in this graveyard lies an object of tremendous power. Or so the legends say, anyway. Belonged to a family buried near here, the Surreys. I've been reading up on them. An ancient clan of eccentrics and oddballs. Fascinating people, truly. Old Joanna was the last. The poor, poor dear. Had no money, no children, just this incredible heirloom passed down to her through the generations. Problem is, no one knows what this object is. Only that it's an astounding piece of work. Seems Joanna took its secrets to her grave. Rather literally.
It sounds like he spent a lot of time studying this family. Wonder if finding this heirloom is worth the trouble.
His coy grin freezes.
Hours spent on scholarship are never hours wasted.
Tarquin sighs, and his lips unfreeze. For a moment he looks almost modest.
It pains me to say, but you've talents in the adventuring department that I do not. This heirloom could prove valuable for both of us.
Mention you are still unclear on why you need to be the one to do this. No. Grill him. He seriously knows nothing more about this thing he wants to find.
I've told you everything you need to... everything I know. What it is doesn't matter. What it does, well, if I am right, it will clean up quite an unholy mess. A mess we're both currently mired in.
He looks toward the graveyard.
Let's make this easy. I'll assume you've accepted my mission. You'll assume I give it in good faith. Beautiful. The Surrey tomb must be somewhere nearby. And whatever that object is in there, I bet it's impressive. I do wish I could wander inside. It would be nice to look up some old friends. See if they're in good spirits.
Right, this is probably the spirit vision is valuable here. Yeah, the stone garden. Undead. Oh, and there's a huge amount of areas here. Yeah, we should have come here long ago.